Hey YouTube, Hester781 here. So today we got my buddy's EBZ7500 REDMAX backpack blower. It's getting to be that time of year. I know it's August now, but tomorrow's going to be October. You know it. So he broke this out the other day just to see if it would work for him. Took a lot to get it to run, and then he left it running and it would just die out after a few minutes, sort of slowly idling down. So we have carburetor issues is what I suspect. So let me get you in a stand. Let's get into it. All right, what I love about these things, or one of the many things I love, is everything. You can almost disassemble this whole machine with a T27 Torx bit. And it's just fantastic when people can get on the same page with hardware. You're not switching sockets every 2 seconds. And okay, so we're gonna take those two. I think there's two more in the front, and then loosen that clamp off, and then we should be able to get this whole snorkel right out of our way. One there, and one there. I believe we're in. Yes. All right, at the carb. And before I get too far into this, I know some of you guys are thinking, did you check the fuel filter? Did you check the air filter? Air filter's brand new. I changed the fuel filter. This is the old one. I mean, it is bad, but unfortunately the issue still remained. So that's just to answer the preliminary questions of why I got to the carb. 3 Phillips head screws will take this cover off. Sorry, I'm looking through the camera, trying to make it so you guys can see. And then I whack my head. All right, so those are out of the way. Don't need to take this one off. That's to hold on the choke lever. And it is, I believe, a T25. Okay, 2 T25s. I know, I just got through telling you all you need is a 27. Well, 98% of all these screws in the clamshell are 27s. Pull that off. Faceplate off. There is a gasket here, and the gasket stayed on the engine side. So now to take the throttle off, you sort of actuate it. Oop. You get the cable to pop through, lift it up. Then you can just pull the whole cable straight through. Are you still looking? Fuel lines. Yellow is the return, black is the feed. Yellow goes on the outside. That's all you gotta remember. 1 carb. Let's get you over to the bench. All right, so many think this carb is not adjustable. It is, but in a secret kind of way. Down here is an adjustment blocked by a plastic cap, and in here is an adjustment. I believe, I'm gonna say this backwards just because that's my luck. I think that is the high and this is the low. Don't quote me on that. I will look it up if it comes down to it. And how you get those out is you take a screwdriver just like this one, heat up the tip super hot, push it in till it stops, and then hold it there for like 30 seconds just to let it cool. Give it a little twist and it'll pull out. All right, so let me speed this up a little. All right, now before you guys take this apart, a good practice that I always do, I'll take a scribe, you've seen me do this before, and just make a mark. So now you can see this is exactly the way it was going. Sometimes you order parts, it's been a while, and then you can't remember what went where, and Alright, pull that off. How's the diaphragm? Diaphragm actually feels good. So that's what you want to see, is, you know, nice and supple. See if I can peel it off in one piece. Sometimes there's crap in here. We'll just give it a blow real quick. Noise alert. You want to blow nice and gentle on these guys. It's very easy to dislodge something and knock some crap into the check balls, and then now you're out of luck. You need a carb. There we go. Break that loose. It's actually really clean. There's nothing on the screen. See if we can get this off without tearing it. There is a little crap in here. Yep, I'm gonna tear the gasket. Yep, you see all that? Garbage. Alright, so it needs a clean. Let me get this thing in the bath. I'll turn you back on in a second. Well, the plot thickens. So I'm taking that carb apart and I'm cleaning it and going through it. And I just happen to come over here and just start cleaning it off, and I see a chunk taken out of this, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna need a new gasket. And then I saw, you can't barely feel it, but this intake is loose. That bolt is missing. See if I can get you on this side. That bolt is missing. That's a completely different bolt from this bolt. So someone's been in here before and someone's playing games. Let's get it off, see what we find. You know, I'm kicking myself too, because when I was messing with it off camera before I turned you guys on, I could get it to run okay, and then it would just kind of sputter out and die. And then I'd start it up again, get it to run okay. I was dialing the carb in and out, in and out. And, it's the little things you don't see. Now, I hope you guys noticed that. One is fine thread and one is fucking plastic thread. Oh, pardon my French, but hope they didn't mess up the threads in the block. Oh boy. I see metal shavings. This isn't good. So yeah, it looks like they might be okay. I gotta go buy a tap. I don't have one this fine. I mean, I'm glad I found it, but God, what were these people thinking? Well, I'm off to the hardware store. I'll turn you on in a minute. Okay, so good news. The hole is fine. Threads are fine. Here's the weird news. So this is the one quote-unquote correct bolt that I have to work with. Anytime you're doing a situation like this, guys, take a pick, just measure. So this is the one hole where the bolt came out of. So I have, you know, threads for days. The next hole, the one that got destroyed, it's only that deep. If I try to send a bolt this long, something's gonna give. And it's the same, actually less, for the other two holes. So, this could have turned into a disaster. All right, so here's what we're going with. I went through my stash, and these are actually the bolts that are used to hold down ignition coils on Ford, a lot of Ford products. And whenever we change an intake manifold, long story short, the aftermarket ones came with plastic ones where you thread it into hard plastic. And so I would save these because, you know, me. And where I'm not 100% sure that this is actually the correct bolt, I'm just gonna put all four of the same type here, so at least I know that they're matching. And they have this nice flange to them, so they're really gonna squeeze down nice on this plastic manifold. And yeah, so we'll get that tightened down, throw the carb in, and see how she acts. All right, carb's installed. Everything's tight and has its bolts now. Now let's see what we get. Maybe no choke. Let's see. Oh, can't argue with that. Just do the air cleaner back on and all the other extremities, and that's a victory. I like the little weird problems that pop up every now and then. Keeps you on your toes. Well, that's gonna wrap this one up, guys. Nice short one, quick, easy, weird problem. And just remember, if you're missing a screw, not all screws are created equal. All right, guys, see you on the next one. Bye.